Hi there, Capricorns. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and this is my trusty cosmic co-pilot, Humphrey, with me. And welcome to July 20 through July 26. This week, there's a lot of things happening in pairs. We've got two planets going out of phase or retrograde, Venus and Uranus. We also have two planets moving out of Cancer into Leo, the Sun and Mercury, and two planets that get together in a little bit of a clash of the Titans, and that's Mars and Uranus. So there's a lot happening with Uranus and Venus going out of phase. Venus is going out of phase in your 8th house of joint resources and investments. Venus, of course, is the planet of love, relationships, but also money and the way we spend money on, luxury items. Like you'll be walking past a shop window and you'll see a handbag or a suit or a tie or a dress, something that really catches your eye, something that you really must have to make your life perfect. And you'll go in, and of course the price is crazy. Anything that's in the window is usually more expensive, but they get people in. And, Venus is the one who really says you should buy it. It's going to look really nice on you and you need it. But Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn, the planet of focus and discipline. So that's saying to you, no, you don't need it. Put it back. Walk out, walk out. So Venus, is going out of phase for 5 weeks in Leo, your 8th house of joint resources and investments. So this is not a time for you to decide that you're going to buy a home with your partner, that you're going to go on a vacation with your partner, that you're going to do some sort of joint money situation with your other half, because it could end up in trouble. Uranus, the planet of the unexpected and unusual, is also going out of phase. It's going out of phase in Aries. And that's going out of phase in your 4th house of home and family and domestic situations. Meaning that for those of you trying to sell your home right now, something unexpected could come up. The same as if you're trying to buy a home and you've got your heart set. You know how you get the report back? Well, maybe there's asbestos, termites, maybe they don't have the money, it's a foreclosure, foreclosure, all those sorts of things. Venus out of phase for 5 weeks can do damage, and then Uranus out of phase for 5 weeks can do damage as well. Uranus is known as the rebel planet. So while Uranus is out of phase, it's going to mean that everyone gets a little time out. And you just have to be very careful on the domestic front that you don't do something that you will regret. For example, get a roommate, a flatmate, someone that you get that comes highly recommended, but you don't know them. And once they're in, they're very hard to get out. They're like termites too. They're very difficult to dislodge. And you may find that the person that you have is nothing like the person that you thought you were going to get or represented themselves to be, and you're very unhappy at home, and this person is causing all sorts of upsets, which was not the intended reason you got a roommate. You got a roommate to help you with the bills and the mortgage and the rent, not to upset you on a day-to-day basis, leaving dirty dishes in the sink, etc. So really, it's a really interesting time. Venus doesn't go retrograde very often. It hasn't gone retrograde in the last couple of years. And being retrograde in Leo, the sign ruled by the heart, I've got a feeling this is going to be an intense one, but definitely one where you'll learn a lot of good life lessons. Have a great week. Great speaking to you. And I look forward to speaking to you again next week.